news today. And man, are there some wild headlines this week.
Yeah, some pretty interesting stuff coming from TechViews 10X this week for sure.
So we're going to cover a whole bunch of things. We've got some physical media news, which is
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
crazy to even be talking about in 2025.
Right.
We've got some Spotify stuff. We've got, it's Simpsons toothbrush.
Yeah.
So you're going to want to stick around for that. And maybe even some foldable iPhone news.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah, so first up, let's talk about this whole physical media thing, because it really is kind of a blast from the past. Apparently, Blu-ray is not dead yet,
Not dead yet.
which I honestly thought it was.
I thought so too.
But one of the manufacturers is releasing a laptop that has like a built-in Blu-ray writer and a 13th gen Intel Core CPU.
Wow. That's pretty powerful. Like, who are they even marketing that to?
Right. It's such a niche thing. I'm thinking like film students, maybe?
Yeah, maybe film students, people who need like really high definition video for their work. Archivists, yeah, exactly. Got to keep those backups. But you know what's even crazier than a Blu-ray writer in 2025?
What?
Fluo-ray discs.
Fluo-ray what?
Fluo-ray discs. They're like Blu-ray on steroids.
Okay, so break it down for me. What is Fluo-ray?
Well, according to TechViews, 10X, each disc can hold 10 terabytes of data.
10 terabytes. That's insane.
For like $1.
What?
I know. I mean, Blu-ray holds like what? 1 terabyte, maybe 2 if you're lucky.
It's something like that.
This is 10.
So is this the future of data storage? I mean, we're going back to physical media?
Well, it's hard to say. It has potential for sure, but there are some hurdles they got to overcome.
Yeah.
You know, manufacturing costs, read-write speeds, got to be up to par with what we're used to now with SSDs and stuff. And, you know, we've seen these format wars before. Remember Betamax versus VHS?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. What do you guys think? Are you team Fluo-ray or team cloud storage? Let us know in the comments below.
Personally, I'm all for anything that gives me more storage space. All right, moving on from physical media to something a little bit more digital. Let's talk about Spotify.
Ooh, Spotify.
So there's been a lot of rumors going around about the release of Spotify HiFi, like their high-fidelity streaming tier. Finally.
Right. It's about time.
So some are saying it could launch as early as next month, and the price is going to be somewhere between $12 and $15 a month.
That makes sense. It's in line with what other services like Apple Music and Tidal are charging for their lossless audio options.
Yeah, what do you think? Why is Spotify finally jumping on this hi-fi bandwagon now?
Well, they've been getting a lot of pressure from users who want higher quality audio. And like I said, the competition is already there. They're probably trying to attract those audiophiles, you know, the people who are really picky about sound quality. But they got to make sure the user experience is top notch to justify that price tag.
Absolutely. You got to give people a reason to switch, right? Okay, but speaking of new Spotify stuff, TechViews 10X also leaves some details about a new plan called Music Pro.
Music Pro, what is that?
So this one's going to cost you a little bit more, like $20 a month. But it comes with some pretty sweet features.
Yeah.
Enhanced audio customization, offline listening on multiple devices.
Multiple devices. That's interesting. But $20, that's a pretty big jump.
Yeah, it is. Do you think people are actually going to pay that much for these extra features?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think it depends on how much value they see in it, right? If you're someone who's really into tweaking your audio settings and you need offline listening on like your phone, your tablet, your computer, then maybe it's worth it. But for the average listener, maybe not so much.
Yeah, that's a good point. It'll definitely be interesting to see how this all plays out. Okay, now for a story that is a little bit weird. TechViews 10X reported on hundreds of huge hard drives popping up online as refurbished models.
Refurbished hard drives, that's a little sketchy.
Yeah, like where are they all coming from? And what about the data that was on them before?
Exactly. Data security is a huge concern with refurbished hardware.
Yeah.
You never know what might still be lurking on those drives.
So what's your advice for anyone thinking about buying a refurbished hard drive?
Be careful, do your research, make sure you're buying from a reputable seller who has a clear process for data sanitization. You don't want to end up with someone else's personal information, or worse, malware.
Right. It's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
Always better to be safe than sorry. Okay, now for something a little bit more fun.
Yes.
TechViews 10X found a Simpsons-themed toothbrush.
No way.
Yes. It's got a Bart Simpson design on it, and it comes with Squishee flavored toothpaste.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Right. I mean, it's obviously a novelty item, but
Yeah.
do you think there's any benefit to having like pop culture tie-ins with personal hygiene products?
It could be a good way to get kids more excited about brushing their teeth. I mean, who wouldn't want to brush with a squishy flavored toothpaste?
And anything that gets kids brushing more is a good thing.
Ex-
All right, folks, before we get back to the tech news, it's break time. Let's talk about business, specifically starting your own online business. Now, I know it can seem daunting, but trust me, it doesn't have to be. That's where businesscon.com comes in. They've got all the resources and guidance you need to go from idea to launch step by step. So if you've ever dreamt of being your own boss, head over to www.businesscon.com and make it happen. Now, back to the news. So this next story is just mind-blowing.
What is it?
Researchers are working on growing lasers from sand.
Lasers from sand. How is that even possible?
Well, sand is mostly made up of silica, right?
Right.
And they're figuring out ways to dope it with these rare earth elements, which basically means introducing impurities to change its properties.
So they're turning regular sand into a laser-emitting material.
Exactly. And it has potential applications in all sorts of fields: telecommunications, medical imaging, even things we haven't even thought of yet.
That's incredible. It just goes to show you that even the most ordinary materials can have extraordinary potential.
Absolutely. Okay, and finally, let's wrap things up with those foldable iPhone rumors. So the latest whispers suggest that Apple is going for some pretty massive display sizes. We're talking like phone unfolds into a tablet-sized screen.
Wow, that's a game changer.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think it's actually going to happen? And if so, what kind of impact will it have on the smartphone market?
Well, foldable tech is definitely the future, but there are still some challenges, like making sure the screens are durable enough to withstand all that folding and unfolding. And of course, the price is going to be a huge factor.
Yeah, could only imagine how much a foldable iPhone is going to cost.
Right. But hey, if anyone can pull it off, it's Apple. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they come up with.
Me too. All right, folks, that's it for our deep dive into the latest tech news.
What a wild ride.
We covered a lot today, so let us know in the comments what stories surprised you the most. What are you excited about? What are you worried about?
And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this episode with your fellow tech enthusiasts. We'll be back soon with another deep dive into the ever-evolving world of technology.
Until then, stay curious.